Wonderful. Well, welcome everyone to our monthly E3 Parent Summit. The purpose of our E3 Parent Summit is to engage with our families and equip them with practical resources that they can use and empower them to succeed on their journey in independent study with the Blue Ridge Academy. Please note that this session will be recorded for future viewing on our Blue Ridge Academy Parent Info Center, along with all of our other previously recorded sessions, and you're welcome to view them at a later time. To help this session run smoothly, here are a couple of requests before we begin the presentation. If you can, please keep your microphones muted and cameras off. You're welcome to submit any questions into the Q&A or our chat box. They will be answered at the end of our presentations during our Q&A time. And our wonderful vendors have offered to stay at the end and be able to answer any questions that you might have in order to support you better. Well, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Anna Aguilar, and I am one of 4 family liaisons here to support you, our families at the Blue Ridge Academy, along with Annalisa Carrillo, Shannon Eves, and Amanda Neve. We specialize in supporting our wonderful families with virtual resources, valuable workshops, vendor support, and we also moderate all of our social media platforms for the Blue Ridge Academy. And generally, we are here to support you. Our phone are also available if you ever need to chat with us. Well, please take a moment and review our presentation guide for today's seminar. These are all of our our vendors that are here to speak with us today, and our presenters. Again, today is about our exploration, going outdoors, exploring and learning what it is to enjoy nature and learn about nature at the same time, and all the growth and development that can come out of that. We're going to learn exactly all of that through these vendors and what they are offering and the programs that they're offering for our students. So without further delay, I would love to introduce our first presenter, Colette, and she is talking on behalf of Hawks Kids.
Hi, everybody. How's my audio? Are we all good?
Excellent.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to be here. I actually was a Blue Ridge student back in the day before it was called Blue Ridge, as well as all of my siblings. And my mom currently works for Blue Ridge, so really big fan of Blue Ridge over here. Yeah, so like Anna said, I'm an educator as well as a manager at Hawks Kids. Hawks stands for Hiking Adventures with Kids. And that's pretty much exactly what we do. We go out on the local trails, anywhere from Griffith to Elysian to Brand to JPL, all over the place. And we hike, we explore, we learn about nature. Some of our main curriculum involves identifying native plants and animals and learning about the history of the land from the indigenous period all the way until now. And we do a lot of birding, trail safety, leave no trace. Essentially, we're just trying to have a great time outdoors and instill that connection and appreciation for nature. Um, so as you can see, we were actually founded by 2 parents who noticed that their kids weren't really spending a lot of time out in nature. They weren't really enjoying it as much as, kids used to, especially back when I was a kid. That's all I would do, would play out in nature. But now a lot of kids are on screens, and especially, in the days of virtual everything, we realized we want to get kids back out there. So that's what we do at Hawks. Our entire goal is just to have a really great time playing outside. And all of the educators, myself included, are very experienced naturalists as well as highly trained in wilderness first aid, child care, child psychology, and we just have a lot of really awesome knowledge to share and a lot of excitement about nature that then will translate over to the kids. We'll do next slide. And we actually have a homeschool specific program that's on Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. We already have a couple of Blue Ridge students who are attending every week. You can sign up at any point throughout the quarter or next quarter or the quarter after that, and you can join us. It's a really fun time. Essentially, what happens is every Tuesday, all the parents will meet at the trail of the day, and we're talking about whatever region it is, whether it's Northeast LA, West LA. We also have Studio City and Orange County. And they will go on a hike and they will learn about native plants and animals and do nature-based crafts and games. And then at the end of the day, around 2:30, parents will come and pick them right back up at the trail. So if you're interested in that, I will go ahead and drop my contact as well as the link to it in the chat. And you can actually use your Blue Ridge funds. Of course, we are a vendor. And it's a really fun time. We have plenty of room. Other than Homeschool Hawks, which happens on Tuesdays, we have day camps on pretty much any holiday that the kids have out of school. So for example, this past Monday we had President's Day. Most students weren't doing school at that point, so we did a full day camp that's 9 to 3 out at Elysian Park. Spring break, Thanksgiving break, winter break, we're always out on the trails. If we're not in school, we're on the trails. So yeah, definitely come join us. We'd love to see you all there.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Colette. We appreciate just what your business offers and the fun adventures that they have.
Thank you. I'll put the information in the chat right here, and then I'll go ahead and pass it on to the next folks.
Excellent. Thank you.
You. My name is Melanie Betts. I'm with Lanterns Global, and I'm here to present on 3 of our programs. The first one is going to be Tides. It's an outdoor marine biology program. And then we also have El Jardín, which is a Spanish immersion program, and Terrain, which is an outdoor preschool. For Tides, it's, as you can see here, we're always out on the beaches and we rotate beaches depending upon our location and what's happening at the beaches, at the various beaches. They come out there with our marine biologists with nature journals in hand, picking up and taking on whatever they can. Next slide, please. I want y'all to see this one. So you can see that they're just in the tide pools, in the dirt, in the sand, with smiling faces. And then the next slide is El Jardín. And this is a Spanish immersion program with our native speakers. And they do vocabulary, songs, and art outside in many of our locations among the animals. And next slide will tell us a little bit more about it. There's small groups. We have about 14 per class, and we'd have 2 teachers with that 14, and our native speakers. They're in just having class out in nature. And then my last one that I want to talk about is Terrain. And this program, that would be the next slide. This program is a 3-hour, it's also bilingual. We have our native speakers also engaged with these preschool students as they just wander around and enjoy the environment. This is free play. There's not a curriculum here. There's not ambition. The children create their play and a safe environment that our teachers help guide them in. Some of the things that they may be doing at this location is trails and trees and bridges and lakes and fun things like that. And so this is a really exciting time for these young children to develop a love for nature and engagement in their environment. Now I want to talk a little bit about why outdoor programming. And a funny story is I recently asked our terrain teachers, what are they into? She said, well, last week it was dirt and digging. This week it's lizards. And so they just and they created this whole narrative about the lizards and their family lizards. And that was something that they were doing there at Terrain. I'm also a homeschool mom who has engaged my children in outdoor settings. And one time my daughter was outside and the leaves were blowing around and she swirled around in the leaves and said, my head is stuffed with poetry. Outdoor learning is about connecting and engaging and bringing all of our interests into one place. I think that what it does for the brain is it creates an internal motivation. We create curiosity, and children inherently want to learn. And so rather than giving out prizes and motivating externally, it creates an intrinsic motivation where children want to engage in their environment and dig in and learn a lot more. I'm happy to continue talking about all of this, but out of respect for all of the future presenters, I'm going to stop right there and wait for your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. This was great. We definitely will want to talk more at the end. And next we have Ventura Wild.
Good afternoon. I'm Amy Davis, Education Coordinator and one of the lead educators with Ventura Wild, which is an education initiative of Ventura Land Trust, one of our local land conservancies and nonprofits in Ventura County, and an approved vendor with Blue Ridge Academy. We were founded in 2009, and Ventura Wild offers year-round nature-based programs throughout Ventura County, which support children and families in building meaningful relationships with nature, with others, and with themselves. Next slide, please. We offer a wide range of programs throughout the school year and summer for ages 2 through 13. And those include homeschool enrichment programs, after-school programs, parent and child offerings, rites of passage programs, and week-long summer camps. Some of these programs include bilingual offerings, which are taught in English and Spanish to support accessibility, inclusion, and dual lingual learning communities. Next slide. Our team is made of highly experienced naturalists and educators, which are dedicated to providing a safe, compassionate, and respectful learning environment. All of our programs maintain a unique 4-to-1 child to mentor ratio. This small group model allows mentors to truly know each child and respond to their individual needs, and balance guided learning with unstructured play, which gives children space to explore and take healthy risks and follow their curiosity. Next slide. Our teaching philosophy across all of our programs is guided by our core routines that foster awareness, knowledge, skills, and stewardship of our natural world. This framework takes a holistic approach to learning, which supports physical, emotional, social, and cognitive development. Our homeschool programs also integrate our next generation science standards, grounding experiential learning and academic outcomes. Next slide. Learning begins with the senses, feeling the wind, listening to the birds, touching the soil, playing in the water. Sensory engagement supports physical development, emotional regulation, and presence. When children feel grounded in their bodies and connected to their environment, they're calmer, more focused, and more open to learning. Next slide. With awareness comes curiosity. Children begin to asking questions and exploring patterns, systems, and cycles in nature through observation and inquiry. This is where learning becomes the most meaningful. Children aren't memorizing facts. They're discovering how the world works and how they're a part of it. Next slide. Hands-on experiences help develop real-world skills, such as problem solving with peers, building, experimenting, and navigating challenges. Mistakes are welcomed as part of the process, helping children build resilience, independence, collaboration, and confidence. And we do skills such as tracking, knot tying, survival skills, and shelter building. Next slide. When children feel connected, knowledgeable, and capable, caring for their natural world and their community comes naturally. Stewardship isn't taught as a lesson, it emerges as a value. Children develop responsibility, empathy, and a sense that they can make a difference. Next slide. Next slide, please. Outdoor learning supports physical health through movement, time away from screens, emotional well-being through regulation and connection, and cognitive growth through meaningful, hands-on experiential learning. Through these experiences, children build confidence, resilience, and a lifelong connection to learning and in the environment. And to close, we'd like to share this short 2-minute video that offers a glimpse into the Ventura Wild experience. This is narrated by one of our homeschool participants, and it captures what our programs feel like from a child's perspective. Could we play the video?
Yes. Oops. let me go back. Really? Mm.
Hmm. Oh, no audio.
Can you hear the audio or no?
No.
Okay, let me make sure as I was sharing my screen that it was sharing the audio. Share sound. I apologize for that. Let me go back and make sure I can get that now. Can you hear it now?
We build
Yes.
forts and follow tracks.
Is it possible to start at the beginning?
Yes.
We make fire with our hands.
Thank you.
When I'm out here, I feel like this is the place for me. Out here with Ventura Wild, we climb high, my favorite part, and get muddy. We build forts and follow tracks. We make fire with our hands and share stories with our hearts. We learn how to take risks, good ones, brave ones. Sometimes they fall, but then we try again. In Ventura Wild, we sing, we explore, we listen to the wind. We learn how to be connected to the earth and with ourselves. Some of us come here with our schools. Some of us come here with scholarships, because nature's for everyone. This is where we belong. We're part of something bigger too, Ventura Land Trust. Together, we care for the land, the water, and the wildlife, not just for today, but for tomorrow too. We're part of this wild world, and it is a part of us. We're the next generation of caretakers, carers of this land. This is where we're meant to be. This is where we grow wild.
Thank you very much for your time. For more information, feel free to check out our website or connect with us by phone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. That was wonderful. I'm glad we got the audio working on that. And next we have Art Wilderness Institute. I'm not sure if Khadijah is here. We will move on. I know Katharina's here.
Hi, yeah. I'm Katharina, but all the kids call me Kat. I am the founder of Wildkin, and what we do is similar to all of the beautiful programs that we've already heard about. I think that families are so lucky to have all these options, and we are in kind of East Simi Valley, from sort of the middle of Simi to like Porter Ranch are the trails that we like to explore. So if you are within driving distance of us, we would love to have you come check out our program. We really do encourage families to come sort of just stay and come and check out our class for the day. We offer tours, and that's really the best way to learn, because it's honestly so hard on Zoom for me to sort of talk to the screen and translate what is so magical and amazing about being on the land with the kids. But yeah, like I think Ventura Wild said, and all of the other amazing programs, there's so much here when kids are outdoors exploring. And I think if you could go, let's do the next slide, because it's kind of what I wanted to speak on.
Got it.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just this one. Well, anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll just say one thing that my mentor teacher said to me, one of the first things she ever said to me that really hooked me about this work, she said, children's bodies have a biological expectation to be on the land. And that's so moving to me. And when you think about that, we evolved for thousands and thousands of years being outdoors. So children's bodies, they expect to climb rocks. They expect to feel cold water. They expect to skin their knees on tree bark. They expect to just feel the wind on their faces. And this is just deeply important for their optimal development, I believe. Outside is just the best way for them to develop their sensory system. Someone spoke on that before. So we're out there every day in this beautiful, optimal environment for the kids, letting them test their bodies. It's kind of like, we know from the biosphere too that trees can't grow without wind, right? I think that children need to press up against the earth the same way that a tree has to press up against the wind to sort of learn and grow. So we're out there every day. Our program is 9 to 2, 9:30 to 2, depending on which one you're in, but that's our general flow. We have tea time together. We pick wild plants for the teas. We learn about the plants. We free play. We do all kinds of bushcraft and wilderness skills, friction fire, wild clay, ceramics, really whatever comes up with the kids. I think, what's happening out there is we're sort of showing the children a new way of interacting. So, we could all walk down the trail and get exercise, and that feels wonderful and beautiful, and we can interact with nature, and it's kind of like wallpaper, right? But the other option is to walk down the trail and be like, oh, that's the plant that I used for my tea, and this is the plant that we used for our fire spindles last year. And oh my gosh, that's a beautiful valley oak tree where we collected acorns, but she doesn't have any this year, and I wonder what's going on. And this is a whole new way to sort of like see the world and feel when you're on the trail. And I think that that gives people and children such a sense of belonging and a sense of place that goes with them forever. Like wherever you go, you can walk outside and nature is there. And if you awaken that sense sort of early on in people, seeing the world that way, getting to know the trees, feeling in relationship with them, I think that's just, it doesn't matter where you are in geography. It's just, you have that. You're always going to see the world that way. And I think that that is a kind of confidence that is a huge, that's just so important in our technological AI-driven world. I'm sure that so many, I'm a mama, so mama of two. So I'm sure so many families listening to this are concerned about what is coming in the future. And I think that all these programs here today are sort of what is on offer for you to kind of a salve for that. Get your kids outside, get them feeling so safe and comfortable in nature, show them that there is a way to be embodied, right? Fully embodied, because we are all headed in a more cerebral direction, and that has pros and cons, but start them out here, make sure they're fully embodied in the world, and that is going to be the most beautiful foundation we can give our kids, I think. So yeah, there's all kinds of information on WildKim that you can get off our website about all the specifics of our program, but I just wanted to kind of get into the why of it all, and that's about it.
Thank you so much. That was a heart-touching explanation. I think you hit so many points on that, and we appreciate that so much. Next, we have Nature School LA, and we're very happy to have them. So, Bijana?
Oh, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, Nature School LA is located in Culver City. So, if you are on the west side, this would be the right program for you. We serve children from 2 to 12. We have full day programs and programs in the afternoon. It's pretty much the same thing as what one shared, but recently on the tour, I caught myself saying something that I think is the fundamental difference of being outdoors, which is the children are observing the weather, for example. That's like a theme for us, the water, the clouds, the rain, the wind. And now that we've been doing this for some kids over a year, it's the second year, and for others who started in September, that now when I give them a page, they're actually applying their experience to it. And we've kind of gone to where the book has become the thing that we follow. So by being outdoors, I find it's back where it should be, that the child gets to apply the experience to a paper to enhance their learning, and not the other way around. We are very experiential. We have unstructured time. We also offer activities. I am big on them still, especially for the full day, 5 days a week, that they have paper and pen available, because emergent writing is very important. I do look at the Common Core standards. I look at the California framework. What does each age group need to know? What are the windows to support them? We have a small ratio, 1 to 4, as well, to support the children on an individual level. We're very fortunate to be out every day, and I see such a difference because it's been for me 8 years of being outside, and it has changed me. And I can just see, I see in the children how they respond, how free they are. If there's children who need a lot of movement, there's room for that. And then again, there's also room for creativity building, collaboration. For the younger children, there's a huge component on social emotional development that I'm especially keen to. I find it very important to support them. We use nonviolent communication, and we support them in conflict resolution. And that's it. And it kind of goes along with what was already said. Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you too. At this time, you are welcome to, you can turn on your cameras, you can unmute your microphones. I'd like to kind of leave with a little bit of a, leave with this. I know so many of our vendors were like, well, we kind of repeated the same thing, but I wanted to share this. A lot of our vendors are from different areas and different, LA and Ventura County is a very big area. And so our vendors are representing lots of different areas. And the beauty is that there's nature all around. And what the areas that you're able to cover is so that our students are able all over. Our students are able, if they live in this city, they can connect with this vendor. If they're in this city, they're able to connect with this vendor. And what we're hearing, even in the similarities of what you are instructing and what your programs offer, that's such a beauty, because we know that regardless of what city they're going to, the understanding and the learning of nature and the appreciation and all of that is so similar. And so our families are gaining so much. So it doesn't matter where they're going, the students are still kind of learning the same in the curriculum and in the design and in the programming. So we appreciate that very much. We're going to open this up if our parents have any questions that they would like to ask, or if there was anything that our vendors were like, oh, I wish I would have shared this. Maybe I missed something along the way. You're welcome to unmute yourselves, ask a question, or unmute yourself and make a comment, vendors. If there's something else you'd like to share, you're welcome to. I can go back to any of the slides that you need me to and continue this conversation. So we still have time. I just keep this up here as a Q&A reminder. You don't have to raise your hand. We're a smaller, intimate group, but continue to share, continue to ask, continue to discover. We would love to hear from anyone, anybody.
Hi, my name's Nicole. I actually do have a question.
Go ahead.
I was wondering what the majority is like. Do you stay with the child or do you do like a drop off? I know somebody had said it was like a daycare thing, but for these like hikes, I noticed some of the pictures it was just the children only. How does that work as far because I'm actually kind of far away too from a lot of the other ones. I'm in Hacienda Heights, so that's more like the valley.
Do we have any vendors that are near that area that could speak into that?
I could go. This is Colette from Hawks again. So the way that our system works is it is just the students, it's not the parents as well. Just because we find that having that like social dynamic of just the students going on the hike and exploring with their like mentor educators really makes it really special. And helps increase their confidence. For the valley specifically, what we do is for each little region, each little neighborhood, we have van transport. So essentially, parents from a certain region will all drop off at a local park, and then we will van to whatever the trail is of the day. And so that way you're dropping off at the same place every day, but we go to a different trail with the kids every day. And of course, all of our van drivers are completely trained, booster seats, everything, super safe. So that's how it works in that area. Uh, yeah.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much for that.
That was a great question. Thank you, Nicole. I'll also make a comment that I love the nature even after the rain and during the rain. And I know that like during this time it's raining because my kids would go out and we were like, what comes out during the rain? Right? Because during the heat, things come out or things hide during the heat. And then during the rain, what comes out and what hides during the rain. So those are always fun. And we would go and hunt for earthworms and we would count how many were coming out. And so those were always really fun times as well. And so it was just going barefoot and getting our feet wet and things like that. So I love those little discoveries when they were younger. And even as adults now, they're like, earthworms. So those are things that they don't forget, even as they grow up.
I have a question for you, Anna. I'm a new parent with a TKer at Blue Ridge. So I'm still not so like great at the vendor searches and stuff. So if I want to look for all the outdoor programs that are available to us, what would I search? I put outdoor school, wilderness school. Is there one category? So I always feel like I'm struggling. I'll put in ballet and then the tap schools don't show up or dance. And it seems like it's kind of searching the vendors can be a little bit of a struggle.
Yes, that's a great question. When I did it, I did nature.
Okay, nature was the keyword.
Nature. Yeah, I just did a couple keywords in there. And so
you just keep trying different keywords. There's not one key. Okay. And then I popped in late. I'm sorry. I thought I had it scheduled at 3:15, which is obviously a mistake on my part. So when I popped in, Lantern Global was just finishing. Can you just tell me who was before that so I can look them up on my own?
And we'll have these slides available within the next few days. We're going to post it on Facebook. We'll post it on the parent site, and you'll have a recording of this. And so you'll also get that.
Okay, great. Then you don't have to tell me now. Then that's fine.
It's okay. But we'll have that all ready for you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. This is awesome. And we continue to get vendors like constantly. So always check because there's new vendors coming in a lot of the time. And so even if you check at the beginning of the year, it may change 3 weeks after that. So always just keep checking in and being on top of it because they come and go. And you're always welcome to call Family Liaisons because we will check it out for you too. We love to do that. We also have a Facebook site just for our vendors. And if you are on our parent Facebook group, it automatically allows you to join our vendor Facebook group. And what happens is our vendors post things weekly, and they post their promotions, they post their activities, things that they're doing on a weekly basis. And so that might be a really good way to always keep in contact of like what they're doing. And anytime they post there on that, it'll automatically, if you have that in your settings, it'll automatically send you like a reminder, like, oh, vendor posted something. And so you'll always get those updates. So just FYI for our parents, if you are on our parent group, you can join the vendor Facebook. And every time they post something, you'll get that announcement. And vendors, every time you post something, our parents will see. So it's a win-win. Well, again, I would love to thank all of our vendors for coming and sharing with us the amazing programs that you have available for our families. We are truly lucky to have you and to have the investment and the time that you spend with our students. And it truly shows that you care about their education, their growth, and their development, both academically, physically, and mentally. And that is just really evident. And so we're really grateful for your business. We're really grateful for what you share with our students. Parents, thank you so much for coming on and just learning more. And that's just how we do it. This is what our E3 is about. For parents, just kind of figuring out all of the things that Blue Ridge has to offer. It can be overwhelming. There's a lot. So take your time, baby steps, learn little by little. But we as Blue Ridge want to be that support for our parents. We want to share with you all the things that Blue Ridge has to offer. And if you look at this slide, we do have a survey. So if you have any comments or any other thoughts of like another session that you would love for us to provide for our parents to support you, if there's anything like, hey, I need help with this, or I would love to hear a topic about this or that, please let us know. We would love to be on top of that. We want to hear what our parents need and how we can support them. So please fill out that survey. That's really helpful to us. Next month, we invited Dr. Loretta Burns, our assistant superintendent, and she's also the director of SPED, to come, and she is going to reveal to us the results from that LCAP survey that everyone took. We asked students to take the LCAP survey, the parents to take it, our staff, our directors, everyone were asked to take that survey. And now we have a compilation of the results and what it shares to us. And so she's going to tell us, where are we growing? Where do we need to work at? Where are we successful? And it's great because it's just hearing a summary of how Blue Ridge is doing. I think every parent would love to know that, right? Just to see, hey, where are we at? Where is Blue Ridge? And what do other parents think? We're not like a school where everyone gets together during recess or during drop off and, chit chats, right? So this is a way for us to get together and really hear how the school is doing. So we invite you to come next month and be part of that. Again, vendors, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming. Parents, we appreciate you being part of this. We're here to support you. Thank you so much. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your month of February. We hope to see you back in March. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Yay! You did good. Where am I? How do I turn me on?